is like going to hit the sky high price, okay, is it still a viable investment option? Today, I will go through some of the pointers whereby we will scrutinize some of the facts and figures in order to give you a better idea, all right? Before I move on, I'm the co-founder of PropertyNet.SG, a website focused on unbiased property blogs, reviews. I've also been featured on Money Talk, Channel 8, Property Guru, and the newspaper. Personally, I'm also running a team in a Dynamic Force Group, managing the transactions part, all right? A bit of disclaimer, whatever facts that I pull through in this presentation are as accurate as of today. If subsequently there are some cooling measures, it might tweak some of the charts and figures, okay? Just take note. For those who are earlier just now, I suppose you would have already scanned the QR code. So basically, PropertyNet.SG, we have been around for quite some time. We do have active YouTube and Facebook page already there on our socials. So if you all haven't liked our Facebook page, haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we do take this opportunity, or maybe after this session, you all do join us. Back to this very important question, okay? Recently, there are really many people asking, even my clients, okay, asking whether is it still private property, is it still a good investment potential? Because there's this article that came in on Straits Times 13th of October that says that property may no longer be the best investment. Okay, this is by DBS. Okay, they did a study. They were saying this: property prices potentially outpacing the salary growth, especially in the past 5 years, especially when we see all the new launches going higher and higher price. There's also a changing demographics. Okay, people are getting older, and with tighter manpower policies, the jobs will be lesser as well. That's what this newspaper article was trying to say. So it's trying to say that maybe property investment might not be viable. Let's drill down to the facts. Should we still invest in residential property? I actually pulled down 4 main pointers that I would like to share, and maybe for you all to note, okay, to take note. Okay, point number 1. If we have been reading and seeing how your friends, relatives, as they grow, their household income increase. As their household income increase, it actually enable them to save up to buy properties. And if you look at this chart over here, okay, since 2009, household income grew faster than property price growth. You can look at this. The household income here is 53% growth, okay, from 2009 to 2020. And if you look at the HDB growth is 27%, and the private property is only 33%. Okay, so higher income, household were able to save up over the years to buy properties. This is one thing that we are looking at it. If more and more households are saving up enough money to buy properties, there will be a demand from that segment really. Okay, but what this part here is why property prices could still rise faster than household income. Okay, these are all temporarily. Like as of now, when we see price of property going very, very high, okay, very, very high. But we must also know that household income will also rise gradually in the sense that even if property prices is very, very high now, okay, out of reach for most people, but the moment our income gets higher, we will be able to buy it also. Okay, point number 2, property is a good store of wealth. There's always a saying, if you don't want to wake up the next day, stress over whether your stocks and shares did crash or whatever, buying a property is still a good asset, whereby you wake up next day, you will feel that, no worries, property price will not dip suddenly. What makes a good store of wealth? Okay, for an asset to be a good store of wealth, its value must grow at the same rate or faster than the rate of inflation, so that the wealth of the owner will not be eroded by inflation. Okay, various studies have shown that real estate provide a good hedge over inflation. Okay, therefore, real estate is a good store of wealth. If you look at this chart here, when we talk about private property in Singapore, for since 2009 till today, it has already rise 63.5%. And you look at inflation, is about 19.8%. If you talk about hedge over inflation, we're hedging well if you are private property. The third point here that I want to bring across is property provides diversification of investment portfolio. Okay, we cannot put everything, all eggs in one basket. If you fall, all your eggs also crack. We always have a few baskets, okay, to prevent all these accidents. Real estate adds to portfolio diversification. As I said, do not put all eggs in one basket. With real estate, you can diversify the risk and the income stream. If we look at this property versus other assets classes, earlier when we look at the bank report, okay, they actually reported this S&P 500 and this S-REIT, which is both these two are actually performing better than real estate. But not forgetting, real estate private sector is in these other asset classes. Okay, fourth will be HDB. All in property, it is still increasing in terms of value. It is still valuable in that sense. It is continue to rise due to healthy demand. Okay, residential property prices continue to rise due to healthy demand. This is one thing to note. Don't get affected when we see the headline saying that property prices, it might not be a viable investment. Okay, don't get affected by the headlines. We always need to read more in depth, okay, into the numbers. And lastly, this point number 4, we do see a demographic change or support in terms of the demand for properties. The major change that we do observe, based on the SingStats statistics, we do see that there are more singles. Okay, there are more singles in Singapore now. Okay, more singles. Most of the singles, once you reach 30 or 35, then you will start to have your relatives asking you, hey, when are you getting married? Are you going to settle down or whatever? Some of them now with higher income, they feel that, hey, a bit stressful. They stay with the parents, and then parents always ask, hey, got girlfriend, not got girlfriend, not got boyfriend. They also feel very stressful. We do see a lot of this group of millennials move out to stay on their own. Yeah. We do see more single buyers in the property market. Okay, they buy smaller size properties. Okay, in the past, they would wipe up all the one bedder, studio bedrooms, one bedroom studio apartments. But now we do see more getting like 2 bedrooms, because with this work from home, all these young affluent single buyers, they also want to have a work from home whereby they have another room to do their Zoom meetings and things like that. They are also wiping up the 2 bedrooms. 1 and 2 bedrooms are now in high demand, basically for this group of single purchasers. And then with these fewer children, smaller household size might further increase the demand for smaller properties. There will be more demand for more units. And with this COVID situation getting better, okay, we do see from this article, as early as end of this year, there will be increasing demand for rental properties. Meaning to say, even after if this COVID is being lifted, right, all these COVID restrictions, right, we will see a lot of foreigners, expats coming back to Singapore to work, and they'll be renting our properties. That said, with rental demands and all this, you as a property investor, you'll be rest assured that there will be rental demands. Okay, you won't be scared that, hey, what if no people coming over to rent? Okay, because we are not like our neighbors, like Malaysia, JB. Okay, they don't have all these attractions of expats going there to work. They have some crisis over there. But for Singapore, once we open up, okay, we are a regional hub in that sense. Okay, we will have more tenants coming in, expats coming in to actually rent our properties. In conclusion, if we have people trying to, coming to ask us again whether is it property is viable investment asset or not, I can only share with them these 4 points, which I think with all the noise in the market, before the headlines or before the noise, we have to be very clear what we are looking out for, what we are going into. Today we are talking about property investment. If we look at the 4 points, okay, as long as household income over the years keep increasing, that will enable families to save up to buy properties. That's one thing for sure. As long as our income increase, we can buy properties. And property is a good store of wealth. As long as our value can hedge over inflation, property is definitely one good asset class to keep. And property itself also is a good diversification. Okay, if you have one property and then you find that maybe some of the money I can put into stocks and shares and things like that. But main thing here for Singaporeans is this. Okay, Singapore real estate, definitely the price will continue to go up. No matter what, you must keep one property. That's for sure. If you have more money, keep two. Okay, that'll be good. And lastly, demographic changes. As long as we see the young, affluent, singles, all these, they start to buy properties and all these changes, rest assured, all our properties in Singapore are well supported. In conclusion, these are the 4 pointers. We just need to look out for these signals. As long as we have these 4 signals showing well supported, rest assured, property prices and property investment in Singapore is well protected. All right, no worries. That's all for my sharing today. Okay, this is what I want to share with you, just to let you all have a more clarity. Okay, if you all would like to see more of our sharing, okay, do follow our blogs, okay, which is the left side of the screen. Okay, do follow our blogs, which is also posted on our website. And this video that I just shared earlier, this short little bite-sized sharing, it will be uploaded on YouTube. If you all have any future questions that you want to discuss, I will also do into small little bite-size, whereby I will do such spotlight series to share with you all and also to upload onto our YouTube channel. So do subscribe to our channel. And lastly, do like our Facebook page. As and when we have new videos, new blogs posts, we will also update there. We do see you all around. Thanks for your time. Before you all leave, we do have another session by